Seeing a concept, and it's not new, but it's still in the maturity phase. Containerization. So a lot of data center operators want containerized data centers where everything is packaged, especially the gray space. Equipments are packaged into one container, and then this container can be even mobile. Wherever they want, they can take it. How do you see the future of this type of need in terms of the containerization of the data centers?
Well, as Sanyalji said, I think edge has to be a container. It has to be all in one. You can't have multiple component parts of it. It has to be a solution in itself. If you keep on breaking it up, then you get into more complexity, more service issues. And so there are 2-3 approaches to these containers. One is all-in-one container where the IT is also inside the same container, right? There's another trend where the IT requirement is more. Then you have an IT container, you have a power container and a cooling container, right? So depends on what is the business need of that client, that area, what is the growth pattern and the time period we are looking at. You can pre-plan all these things. But I think container is the way to go for edge, because edge is supposed to be a solution in itself. It cannot become a problem and a complex thing to manage. And that's why edge has to be totally remotely enabled, and monitored and things like that. So edge, yes, it has to be a container.
And I think these edge data centers are from a very small one rack solution type of edge data centers to a large 40 feet container type of solution as well.
Well, the way we see it, I mean, as colo providers, 40 feet would be the basic building block, nothing less than that. So it's that scale again. I mean, I don't know where edge ends and where the main data center starts, but it's all getting blurred in the design aspect at least. One container, maybe when we showed to our end client, they said, oh, it's not enough IT power for us. You need to bay 2 containers together. We want more IT power, So they start off with those kind of requirements already. So I don't know how it will evolve, but I do feel that, the smaller containers may not be that many when it starts actually implementation. For all 40 feet container would be the basic building block for everybody, because there has to be headroom for growth, right? Even if you don't need all that IT power today, very soon you will consume it, I'm sure.
But as per you, what is going to be, or what is your idea of future, whether how much percentage will be hyperscale going forward and how much will be colo and how much will be edge? Maybe not now, but at least 3 years down the line when we are already a little bit maturity in our data center space across the country. So maybe Sanaji, if you can.
See, many times actually we look at edge as if it is replacing the hyperscaler colo, but it's not like that. Edge is a part of a hyperscale architecture only. See, hyperscaler, when they have to provide the services, so edge is a part of that. So basically we cannot say that which one will replace. In fact, if you look at hyperscale, it is edge is architecture. When you are providing the service at the farthest end, edge has to be, okay. So definitely when there is a all across, right now what we have seen that in India, most of the development, specifically so far as colo, cloud, hyperscaler are concerned, is basically 50% is in Mumbai. If you look at 100%, out of 50% is in Mumbai. Rest 50% is divided all across India, okay. Then probably after Mumbai maybe come Chennai, Hyderabad, etc., etc., okay. Now, see, when the edge comes in, when the country gets developed all across actually, like as we go from developing to developed stage basically, there will be proliferation of the edges. Edges will come all across the country. Size, again, the size of the edge may differ. It may be cluster of few containers. It may be one container. It could be a micro data center, as you said. It's a very small one rack solution. It could be like that. So I think we should not look at that whether edge will replace hyperscale or colo, okay. But definitely, if you look at the edge growth rate, specifically the micro data center, as per Uptime Institute, the growth rate is more than 50%. All across the world actually, though the baseline is very low, but it's growing at a 50%. Whereas if you look at another edge, city edge, where it is a container or cluster of container, their growth rate is 20%. But again, it is more than growth rate of the hyperscaler and colo. So this, they will pick it up as the country develops. It will, and I think probably I cannot tell you a picture within 3-4 years, but maybe after 10 years probably it will more towards towards basically the edge data center. That is what I can look at, but it will be very difficult for me percentage wise divide what is the hyperscaler and.
Mahesh, how do you see
So I think edge will dominate for sure after 3 years, if not earlier. Percentage is again hard to define, but that's what we feel. Edge will take over. The numbers, the volumes will be huge.
Okay. Yeah. And do you see that micro data centers, which is one rack solution, is the space where larger data center operators will get into, or this will become more of a retail space where this will be sold through the channel, and then the technology and everything is controlled by the manufacturers and not probably by the large data center operators? How do you see micro data centers?
Yeah, the large data center players won't enter. They won't, I'm sure.
So they won't take the key turnkey projects of multiple micro data centers.
They won't.
It's more retail.
Yeah, it will be more or less a product game, I think.
It's more of a product
game actually.